Hello, everyone, and yes, that is right. Sorry for the late start, and there is a reason I'm going to get to that reason in a second. But I am the one and only UK finest Ricky J, bringing you the hot hitting takes, straight up banter, and bold predictions from across the pond. Welcome to Where the Bell Never Stops Ringing. Welcome to the People's Wrestling Podcast. We go ahead and do that now. Do share, like, subscribe. I'm going to get into the reason why I'm late in a second. Do go and check out REW, Red Dog Extreme Wrestling, online eFed company. Spots dropping should you want in. Go and check out Billy's Pricing Tees. You get a shout out on REW should you buy a shirt. And ROW Reality of Wrestling Booker T's company, where Billy's a referee and trainee wrestler. So go and buy a go and grab yourself a ticket. Also go and check out Forbidden Podcast that Nick and his co-host may or may not be live right now, or will be later on today. I'm not quite sure. But the reason why I am late, guys, and yes, call me an idiot, call me stupid. I did smash up my other phone. Thank God I've got this phone that I'm on now. Not the best, but it will do for what I need it to do. It will do for this my SmackDown watch along later. Of course, it's going to make me difficult me doing my SmackDown previews and predictions, but it is what it is. Anyway, I am not alone. I'm with the man himself. And it is Markcus Extreme.
Yo, what up? Y'all, put in the comments that Ricky's a baby. Because who just smashes their phone for nothing?
And to make matters worse, like before we came on, I bent the phone. I maybe bend it back, perhaps. But yeah, I've got sort of like bananaed it.
You're just gonna snap it. That's what's gonna happen if you try to bend it back. It's just gonna snap.
I've bananaed it, so I reckon that's a brand new phone, unfortunately. So I'm with this until I get a new one. But I can see I'm gonna have a look when my contract is due for another one, so I'm about to get a new one anyway. But that's later on. So apologies for the late starting here. Do like, share, subscribe, do all those cool things, all those good things. We're just going to crack on here because I do need to try and get this to phone to a shop and get it repaired today if I can. I think it does do like the same day repair. I don't know. But let's get on with the first segment here, of course, which is
what's cooking at the table?
That is right. So very quickly, what have I been up to apart from smashing my phone like a baby? Going to the gym, going to my crafts class, going to my men's shed, and that is pretty much it, really. Going to my games club, as I've said, I think I just said that. If I haven't, I'm saying it again. Saying it now, should I say? So yeah, you guys let me know what you've got coming up. But Markcus, let me know for a few months. What have you been up to?
You know, I moved to a new place. So, you know, for those of you that's been watching, you can see that's a new place. It sounds a lot different acoustically. So there's that. What else? Just enjoying my summer, riding my bike, playing basketball, skateboarding. Catching WWE whenever I can, watching some AEW here and there, seeing some TNA, of course, watching some NXT here and there, some SmackDown. I've been watching soccer because, FIFA World Cup is in the greatest country in the world, America, right now. Tomorrow, we celebrate the independence of America from the country you're from, which is great. 250 years of the greatest country in the world.
That's cool. That's cool. And guys, if you want to go and check out Markcus's channel, it's somewhere here. In a second. Do bear with guys because I'm on another phone, like a child. And I know. You don't need to tell me how stupid I am, but I brought my other phone. So I'm with this until I get a new one. But there is Markcus's channel. So yeah, go and check it out. And there is no actually movie talk. I've not seen a movie this week. But have you been watching anything other than what you just said, Markcus?
Nah. Just haven't gotten into anything new. I know some people told me about some movies I should check out. I know there's some movies that I personally feel like I need to check out, but I haven't done that.
And there's no This Week in Wrestling History. There's no news and headlines. So we can just, like I said, it'll be quite a short episode. Like I said, I do need to try and get my phone repaired today, if possible. If not, I'm with this until I can get a new one. And like I said, I've been adding my phone, so I bet it's a brand new phone anyway. I bet they say they can't repair this. There's no point repairing the screen, but I'll hopefully try and get it sorted. So we're just going to jump right into a couple of ads here and then get into some wrestling chatter. That's pretty much it, really. But I'm going to play Markcus's first. So, guys, we're going to go check out Markcus's channel. Here it is. Right, go and check out. Go and check out his channel and check out this also. Right, Protein Teas Gummans 1, Protein Teas Gummans 1. We're going to have a little bit of a celebrate a couple of birthdays here with that is right, wrestlers. We can find it somewhere here. Wrestlers' birthdays. So 2 birthdays today, Joey Janela and Johnny Swinger. So happy birthday to both of you. Have a big celebration, although like you wrestlers can, as we go into. Do bear with me, guys. This is like a phone I've not used for a while, but thank God I've got it. Otherwise, I'd have nothing. But let's get into some wrestling talk with Wrestling Roundup. So AEW, nothing happened on Dynamite really worth discussing. We're getting to last week's Friday Night SmackDown. Michael Cole and Corey Graves on commentary. Cool. Trick Williams came out. Little Yadi did. And then Ricky Saints did. Basically just to hype up their match at Night of Champions, we're going to get into in a second. Beef on Meechin knocked off Tiffany Stratton and Alexa Bliss. Ray Phoenix retained the AAA Cruiserweight Championship, against Nathan Frazier. L.A. Knight came out with a promo. Yeah, Solo Sequoia did. Paige defeated JC Jane. Danhausen came out, then Los Garza did, Matt Cardona did, Nick Aldis did later a match where Danhausen and Matt Cardona went over Los Garza. Chelsea Green took the L to Jay Cargill. Julia took the L to... Sorry, Kiana James took the loss to Julia. And then Cody Rhodes came out. Zayn did. Sami Zayn did. Gunter did. Juso did. Obafemi did. So I'm very quickly go through all of that, give my thoughts on it. So like I said, the Trick Williams, Yadi, Ricky Satan stuff, just hyping the match up. Big win for Beef having Meat Chain. Ray Phoenix, Nathan Fraser was a good match. LA Knight, Solar Sokoya stuff is interesting. For me, J to Jane to become just another woman on the roster. Me personally, that's my thoughts. The Danhausen stuff is funny. You're going to see Matt Connor going back to being Zack Ryder. Why not, I guess. Bill mentioned for Jay Cargill heading into Night Champions. Cool win for Julia. And then the Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Juso, Sami Gunther and Obafemi stuff. Hacked up Night Champions. Half thumbs up for SmackDown. Any thoughts on it, Marcus?
So let's get into a conversation a bit. So JC Jane feeling like another female on the SmackDown roster. What did you expect for JC Jane to feel like by this time right now?
I felt them. I don't know. Maybe the whole of Fatal Influence just feels like just another faction. All that special feeling has gone away in weeks. So that's just me. Maybe I don't know. That's just me. Maybe like I'm saying.
So, well, that's what I'm asking you. What did you what's your expectation for that faction? Like, what do you want out? What do you want WWE to do with them?
I'd have probably Fallon and Laney win the tag team titles. That would make them feel a little bit more special.
Okay. All right. And what about JC?
You could okay, Rhea's injured. You could ever maybe take the title off Rhea, maybe possibly, perhaps. I don't know.
Well, we got to build up JC, right? Like if we're gonna have Laney and what's the other girl's name again? Damn.
Fallon Henley.
Yeah, Fallon and Laney be tag champs, right? It's all about building them up. Because right now the tag champs are who's the tag champs?
Paige and Bray.
Right. So you got to build up Laney and Fallon to get that going. And JC, if you're going to have JC go for the biggest title, that's a lot more building. Because right now, JC's coming from NXT and everything. There's going to be a little bit of a lull period, right? When we talk about booking JC to be the top female on SmackDown. That's quite hard when there's other high performing females on that roster. So you gotta book her correctly and not too soon. You gotta let it grow organically, which we're going to get to a superstar later that I highly disagree that it's been organic for that superstar. But when you say someone's just another person, it's like, yeah, but what did you expect? Gotta elaborate on what your expectation is of that individual, how you want WWE to book that person. All right. As far as the Danhausen, so some of the other stuff that stood out to me, the Danhausen with the Matt Cardona / Zack Ryder stuff, like, all right, him transitioning back to Zack Ryder. I mean, yeah, he was more entertaining in Zack Ryder. He's not as entertaining as Matt Cardona. And if you've got him paired up with Danhausen, there's going to be some goofy stuff in between it. Which, you are cursed. He cursed Garza from doing the moonsault on him and got the pin. And for me, like the ending of SmackDown was, obviously like the best part. With Sammy being out there, Cody being out there, Gunther being out there, then Oba showing up, Jey Uso popping up, which was my first time ever hearing Jey Uso's newest catchphrase. Was his warning shot, bow. That was the first time I've ever heard that. And I was like, at first, when I first heard that, I was just like, what the hell is he trying to do here? I don't like it as much as I like yeet. I don't know what it is. It's just, it's trying too hard. It's trying too hard to be cool. As you know, and I'm about to let everybody else know, Jey Uso should never have went back to Roman Reigns. That was the worst move that they could have done booking wise. Makes him look like a little bitch, which is stupid because he wasn't supposed to be looking like a bitch. But here we are, him look like Roman's bitch again. So now he has a new catchphrase. I can see how it can catch on, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. And just that all out brawl that happened at the end, that was cool. So, SmackDown was all right.
Okay, getting into Night of Champions. So, Oba did it. Oba is King Oba. People thought Uso was going to win. People thought Brock Lesnar was going to cost Oba. Didn't go down like that. Oba did win. We'll get into what happened with Oba on Raw in a few moments here. We'll trying to resume through Night of Champions Slammiversary. We're going to come back. Like I said, need to unfortunately get my phone fixed, and so hopefully the store will still be open when I've done this. Otherwise, it's then going to be Monday, or if not tomorrow, probably Monday. But whatever. Yeah, Oba winning. I was slightly shocked. I thought Jay was going to do it. The match was okay. Io Sky. Io Sky beating Liv Morgan. She's Queen of the Ring. Thought she was going to win. I'm not shocked with that, but she could have saved the announcement for Raw. And Seth Rollins beating Braun Breaker steel cage match. Yeah, it was a good match. Played the best of the first three matches. So yeah, your thoughts on the first three matches?
Of course, I saw Oba winning all the way. I didn't think Jey Uso had a chance at winning. I mean, right now, Jey Uso's on a decline and Oba's on the incline. Oba has the rocket strapped to his back. He has a good program with Brock Lesnar. He looks like a WWE superstar right now. Like I said, Jey Uso, his stock has declined. Him becoming Roman Reigns' bitch has definitely hurt his character. It definitely 100% hurts his momentum. So yeah, I'm not shocked by the result. Io Sky, once again, a lot of momentum on her side. I thought Liv even being in the Queen of the Ring tournament was dumb as fuck, stupid as shit, because she's already a champion. So her being in that tournament made zero sense. Like, oh, I want to be Queen of the Ring, then she should be dropping a title if she's going to be in this thing. Right? It just didn't make no sense. So good job for Io Sky. Seth closing out his program with Braun Breaker. I mean, it needed to close out in that way. I think the wrong person won, but they still closed out the program, which it was from what I heard and somewhat saw, it was a banger of a match.
Trick retaining, no shocker. Tiffany Stratton retaining, no shocker. Both matches were okay. And then also, of course, what everybody's talking about, Sami Zayn finally did it. Rumors were he was going to do it next year at WrestleMania, but he did it here. Beat Cody Rhodes, beat Gunther, your new WWE champion. Then I know the SmackDown spoilers are out there. I'm going to do my SmackDown watch along tonight as if it's live. But I'm not going to get into I'm not going to spoil anything, but I think I know what's going to happen on Raw, unfortunately. Let's concentrate on Night of Champions. Yeah, shocker. But again, I think we all know how long that's going to last, unfortunately, which I think Zayn should go on quite a lengthy title reign, but it is what it is. My rating for Night of Champions, I'll say half thumbs up again. I think it was an okay pay-per-view. Your thoughts on the rest?
Not much to say about the first two. But of course, Sammy winning the title is huge. It spices things up just a little bit because once again, WWE has fallen into this lull period of kind of the same shit over and over and over again. Sammy winning the title is cool. I don't think he should hold the title for too long, just due to the fact that like Sami Zayn doesn't seem like a WWE champion type. similar to like Daniel Bryan, right? Like I've had the same thoughts about Daniel Bryan, just very much not the guy that you want carrying the ball per se. Not saying that Sammy isn't a good performer, but he doesn't have that look, that feel of a WWE champion, right? The fans love him and everything, but it's like there's much more than being the WWE champion than just the fans love him. So I think it's cool though that he won in the triple threat match and everything like that. But we know I don't see it lasting too long.
Yeah, judging by rumors that now that could be over as soon as Raw. Not rumors, sorry, by the spoilers. Sorry, the spoilers. But
well, we don't know what's going to actually happen until it happens.
Without saying what happened, what the spoilers are, but I'm not going to say what the spoilers are. But okay, Sami Zayn brings something different. He's never been champion before. Why not put him on at least till SummerSlam, till after SummerSlam? He could be champion until, instead of going back to the same old stuff and the same old person. It's just, oh no, this is a problem I
agree.
That's a certain somebody, again, I don't want to give the results away without. So I'm trying to kind of skirt around the spoilers. I'm trying to say the spoilers without actually saying them. So, a certain somebody isn't because he beat Reigns at WrestleMania 40. That's not the problem with him at all. It's been 2 years. I'm over it. It's this certain somebody has the title and does nothing with it. Title reign 2 was Drew. Title reign 3 wasn't the best, and now that person could win it back again. And there's nobody on SmackDown. Drew's away making a movie. Coming through. I'll try and read it here. I think a comment. No, hello to you, Gregor. Hello, Greg. Drew's away making a movie, and if he isn't here when he comes back, he's not going for the title. Orton's injured. That's it. That's all. Gunther's facing. Okay, what I would do is Gunther faces Nick Aldis in night 1 at SummerSlam. Then he beats Sami Zayn night 2, which they could be doing. That's what I would do. He crushes the dreams of. I know Sami Zayn he's champion, but and he's never beat Sami, and they've got a history. So that's how I would do it. That's the way I would go around and give it back to the same old person again.
Yeah, I mean, that is the part that I agree with. That it's very stale if Cody gets it back, right? Because you're saying, listen, I don't believe in spoilers. I don't believe in rumors. We don't know if this is actually going to happen. It's just rumors, right? Rumors are untrue things that are only proven correct until then, and even still then, it's not a rumor if it becomes true. But if it becomes true, Cody getting back the title, that's where I agree with you at, right? Like I agree with you that it's stale if Cody gets the title again. Cody is really great when he's chasing the title, but WWE has not done a good job with him as champion. They have not really done good programs with him as champion, other than the Randy program. And even still, that they fucked that up because they involve celebrities. Don't, if you're going to ever do that, whenever Randy comes back and if Cody's a champion, give them a proper, real program. No Jelly Roll, no Pat McAfee, nothing. The story writes itself. The story already had written itself. They fucked it up. They fumbled it, right? Sammy being champion, I agree with you. Let him hold it for at least one more month. It's July. SummerSlam is literally in August. Let Sammy hold that shit until August. What's the worst that's going to happen? Now we get to see what Sami Zayn would be like as a champion. Allowing that to happen might bring some people into it. Might allow people to be like, yo, let me go and watch some SmackDown. Let me see what's going to happen on SmackDown. Right? Versus just being like, we're going back to the same old thing. Like WWE does this thing where they retreat when they are scared to do something. When they're scared to do something, they retreat back to the same old thing. Right? It's just always like that, and I can't stand when they do that because it's like, yo, you're the biggest show in town. Stop being afraid of trying something new. Sami Zayn being WWE champion is something new. We've teased it for years, and it's like, all right, he finally reached to the mountaintop. Great. Please allow him to have good booking so we can see what Sami Zayn is like as a WWE champion, rather than just be like, we don't know about this. Let's go back to what we know best. Like, you need diversity. You need to spice it up. Something got to change. Something got to change because a lot of people are not feeling the WWE product right now.
Yeah. But so I totally agree with all of that. So let's get into Slammiversary. I'll try and remember it as I can, but unfortunately, Gregor, anybody else, like I said, I've stupidly broke my other phone, so I'm just going to have to get on with this. Anyway, on the pre-show countdown, call it what you like, Elena Black beat Mara Sade and Indy Hartwell. Ricky Sosa knocked off Eric Young. Cool. I don't watch TNA enough to know, but I feel a much needed win for Elena Black, perhaps. And it appears that Eric Young has now left TNA, so he's putting somebody over on the way out. Cool. On the main card, again, this won't be in match order, but I'm going to go through this. So, Elijah beat AJ Francis. Cool. Moose survived a no surrender match against Eddie Edwards. Apollo Crews, or Uha Nation as he's called now, is now in TNA. It was Rich Swann. He and Rich Swann challenged Mustafa Ali. Mustafa Ali retained. Hardy Boys are new World Tag Team Champions. Rosemary and Ali are your new Knockout Tag Team Champions. That's not it, surely. I think they've got all the titles. I know Nick Nemeth is your new TNA World Champion. Zaya Brookside, new Knockouts Champion. And if I've forgotten anything else, I apologize. But yeah, it was a good pay-per-view. TNA do put on some good pay-per-views. But I'm going to give it between a half thumb, not a thumbs down, not a thumbs up, but kind of in between it, I think. In my rating for Slammiversary. I don't know if Marcus watched it or not. We'll just get on with Great American Bash. It's up to Marcus.
I did not watch. I did not watch the TNA pay-per-view. But Nick Nemeth is back being the TNA champion. That's what's up. I didn't think that. I think that would happen.
It appears that Mike Santana on his way to WWE, so that's probably why they did it, I'm guessing.
Really? That's interesting. Okay. Mike Santana being in NXT for a bit, that'd be cool. I just hope that his transition, whenever that happens from TNA to NXT and hopefully to the WWE main roster won't go how Joe Hendry's is, because Joe Hendry is not knocking out the park like he should be.
So getting into Great American Bash, we actually kicked off with the NXT men's title on the line. Tony Angelo retained. But I feel nothing for Naraku, the former Evil. He just feels like just another guy. I didn't watch him before WWE, so maybe that's possibly why. But he just feels like just another guy on the roster. Really nothing special about Naraku. And again, I can't remember the order of the matches, unfortunately. But Charlotte Hill went over Trish and Angels. Dion Lennox took an L to Shaquan Sugars. Ren Sinclair retained the Women's Speed Championship. Zara retained the women's North American Championship. Miles Bourne retained, and Kendall Graves, new women's NXT champion. All decent matches, a good pay-per-view. I just feel that when it's in the performance center, it loses that little bit of a special feeling. If it was in an arena, I think it has more of a special feeling personally. But yeah, good pay-per-view that I give a thumbs up to. I'll say as an overall pay-per-view was good. What's your thoughts about Great American Bash, Marcus?
Didn't watch it, but it is interesting. I mean, Tony D as NXT champion is boring. It's boring as hell, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's his character not having character. I don't know. Tony D never has done it for me per se. And I think him being a champion is just like, it's just uneventful. That's the best way I could put it. And I'm old. I'm newer to the NXT crowd. I didn't watch NXT Black and Gold. I don't know nothing about that era. I was not watching it then. So when I came around, Trick Williams was just about to be the NXT champion. So I came at the end of Ilya Dragunov, coming into Trick being the champ, becoming the champion. That was a champion with character, right? And look at what Trick is doing now on the main roster. Then Oba, since once again, tons of character. Look at what he's doing on the main roster. Joe Hendry was champion. Ricky Saints was champion. When I look at the people that were champions before Tony D during my time of watching NXT, this is probably the most boring NXT champion I've seen in recent memory. He doesn't do it for me. Everybody else is different, might have a different flavor, but Tony D is not doing it. Maybe it's the opponents, but yeah, Tony D doesn't do it. I didn't know who Naraku was either before. I've never seen a match from Naraku before he got to NXT, and it's like your character. It's hard for some certain people to have character development. And Naraku is just one of them. Kendall Gray becoming an NXT Women's Champion, I don't know. I just don't know about her. Once again, kind of dry. She's just like a female version Kurt Angle, which is like okay, but like Kurt Angle was funny. Kurt Angle had character. Kendall Gray just seems like, oh, I'm a chick that suplexes people. And that's really just who her character is. It's cool that she's paired up with Ren Sinclair, but once again, it's like, whatever. As far as the guy with what's his name? The Shallow Hill? Was that his name?
Yeah.
He's a cool character. Once again, and he seems like he has good momentum. Hopefully he gets the NXT North American Championship at some point in time. Yeah.
Okay, well, moving on to Raw then. You had Oba Femi come on out, then Brock Lesnar. They're going to have a Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam, which I think obviously Oba wins. Whether this is Brock's last match or not, we'll have to wait and see. Rey Mysterio defeated Ethan Page. Joe Hendry came out. Street Profits did. Austin Theory did later a match. Joe Hendry actually won. Actually beat Austin Theory. Io Sky came out. Liv Morgan did. Brawl. Jimmy Uso scored a win against LA Knight.
Yeah.
Raquel Rodriguez knocked off Maxine Dupree. Chad Gable beat Jenny McDonough, and then Roman Reigns came out. Seth Rollins did. So let me go through all that quickly. So the Oba Femi Brock Lesnar stuff, obviously just leading to SummerSlam. Ethan Page should really be beating Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio 51, but it is what it is. Much win for Joe Hendry. I agree with you. He's not kind of doing the best thing on Raw, but again, it is what it is. The Io Sky Moore stuff was just hyping to their match. Jimmy Uso, much needed win for him. Raquel beating Maxine, who cares? Chad Gable just feels like everybody else right now. And the Reigns, Seth Rollins stuff, so now it's going to be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins for this title at SummerSlam. Half thumbs up for Raw. Anything to add?
I don't have much because, once again, I'm protesting Raw and I don't really watch Raw due to the fact it's on Netflix. Boo WWE for doing that. Brock versus Oba. Good way. I think the Hell in a Cell match is going to close out their program. Obviously, maybe that's when Brock truly hangs it up. If he doesn't hang it up after that match, it's just going to be like, then why are you around at this point? But hopefully Oba wins that at Hell in a Cell. As we just said, Joe Hendry. It's hard for Joe. It's hard because I think Raw was the wrong show for Joe Hendry. I think he would have probably been better off on SmackDown, more opportunity to possibly do bigger things, but it is what it is. Ethan Page losing to Ray is kind of wild. Like, yo, come on. That should have been Ray putting over Ethan Page easily. Now, for the Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns stuff, I will sit here and tell everybody I really don't like Roman Reigns. Not a fan. The Roman Reigns title reign is the same as the Cody one. It's dry, it's stale, and I've even went out on a limb and I've told certain groups, and I'm going to say it here loudly as hell. Roman Reigns is ass. They keep putting him in a freaking faction because they know he's ass. He's boring. He's ass. His in-ring capability is not great. They hide Roman Reigns behind the bloodline. They surround him with Jimmy Uso, Jay Uso, and now, what's his fucking name? I don't know why.
Jacob Fatu now.
And now Jacob, right? Now Jacob is solo now, for real. Jacob now is solo. Was what Solo was. So now let's tone down Jacob now, right? Now Jacob is all silent, standing there as a fucking bodyguard. It's ass. Jacob had a character before he was in the bloodline. Jay Uso, main event Jay Uso. And then Jimmy Uso, right? Let's surround Roman with all these pretty good wrestlers to hide Roman being ass. That's their thing. And so him doing this program with Seth Rollins is like, oh my God. Okay, we're going to do this probably for the last time because, Seth is getting older, Roman's getting older. Let's possibly run this back for one more time. WWE is going to be scared to pull the trigger. I know they're going to be scared to pull the trigger because they're fucking afraid to do new stuff. Yes, Seth Rollins wouldn't be new stuff, but it'd be new stuff in the terms that the bloodline rarely gets defeated when they're all in a faction together and it's cohesive. The only other time we've ever seen the bloodline truly lose, especially when there's when the others are coming out there with Roman, was WrestleMania 40. Outside of WrestleMania 40, it was very rare to see Roman lose when the bloodline was surrounding him. WWE at SummerSlam needs to pull the trigger on Seth being champion and beating Roman. They need to do something to add some flavor to Raw, because Raw is like eating chicken that's unseasoned right now. No salt, no pepper, just here's some chicken. That's it. Do something different. Don't be afraid to give someone else the ball for a change. But I know what they're going. I got this weird feeling that they're going to do the same shit that they always do, which is being scared to give someone else the ball when one of the people that they say is their main draw is around. Like, let someone else get a chance. Consistency. If we're going to say the same shit about Cody Rhodes, we need to say the same shit about motherfucking Roman Reigns. They're both staler than a month-old bag of chips.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But I can see Rollins. Yeah, Reigns is going to. Reigns has never beat Rollins, and that's the whole thing. So he's going to beat Rollins at SummerSlam.
No, they need a program. If you're going to do SummerSlam, don't let that be the end of their program. Like, I don't know. It's like, that's another thing we don't do. We don't do long builds. The last time we had a long build was, guess what? WrestleMania 40. That's the last time we had a long build. That's what I'm saying. WWE is scared. I don't know what they're scared of. I don't know what they're not trying to do. But long-term booking is very important. And they don't like to do it. Like, yeah, the fact that Roman never beat Seth. Have Seth beat Roman at SummerSlam, and at least let Seth hold it for a couple months, and then near the end of the year, or have Roman win the Royal Rumble or something. Have it be something that the fans can get invested with, instead of just being like, oh, Roman beat Seth. So who's Roman's next opponent?
True. Well, let's get into NXT that had a new women's champion coming out. Kendall Gray come on out. Bryn Sinclair did. Kalani Jordan did. Turn Paxi attack. Led to a match later on. Vanity Project still your NXT Tag Team Champions. They retained.
I love them guys. Those guys are cool.
They retained against Dr. Wagner Jr. and Galeno. Jackson Drake knocked off Mason Ruck. Mason Ruck just feels like just another guy now, but I'll get to my thoughts on him in a second. EK Prosper shocked Keanu Carver. Jada Parker with a much needed win against Con Petrovic. Tony Angelo came out and Nakaru attacked, and Kalani Jordan scored the victory against Tatum Paxley. So, yeah, Vanity Project knocking off Galano and Dr. Wagner Jr. Cool. Same Mason Rock, just another guy, unfortunately. EK Prosper seems to be getting the wins. Like I said, much win for Jada. She hasn't won in weeks. Tony Angelo and Naraku looks like they're going to have another match. And now it's time maybe for Kalani to go for the title, maybe and perhaps win it. She's getting a push without actually getting that title shot or anything. But for NXT, I'll say half thumbs up. Your thoughts on NXT?
There's a lot of NXT I actually miss. I miss my guys, Vanity Project. Those guys are like Billy and Chuck, but like cooler and without the gay angle. Those guys are cool. And I'm mad that they took away the actual tag team's name of Swipe Right. I'm mad that they took that from them and just made them all the Vanity Project. Like, yes, they're all the Vanity Project, but that's Swipe Right. They're not all, like, the Vanity Project is the whole group, not just Swipe Right. But I was able to see Kalani get her win. Kalani needs the NXT Women's Championship. At this point, they're almost doing Kalani as bad as they've been doing Jada Parker. Those are two women that should have been had the NXT Women's Championship. Both of them. I don't know what the hell's going on in NXT. I don't know what Shawn Michaels is doing, kind of screwing things up. But Kalani needs to be champion, and Jada should have been a champion. Jada has been over for the longest time, and they screwing her up. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know why they even gave her this feud with Natty, and then now Natty has like a little faction. It's just like, man, just say y'all scared again. Just say y'all scared to give Jada Parker a chance. Like, what's so scary about giving Jada Parker a chance? The women's roster at NXT is stacked. They have good performances night in and night out, right? They outperform the men. The men's division is fucking ass right now in NXT. It's terrible. It's not good. The women's division is on fire. It's really good. But, man, they got to do a better job of booking Kalani. Kalani needs to be a champion, and then her opponent needs to be Jada. They need to get that worked up. They need to get that worked up because, like I said, I think Kendall Gray is great in ring. I think promos wise, she's just very boring. You know what I mean? Like she's not She's supposed to be like a female Kurt Angle, but she's not. She's not a female Kurt Angle.
Yeah, totally agree. And very quickly finishing up with the Evolve, Layla Diggs won against Giovanni, not Giovanni Vinci, now in TNA. Giovanni Capri. Harlan Lewis won a no DQ match against Braxton Cole. Chewy Martinez interviewed Kale Dixon. I like doing something with him. Cutler James knocked off It's Gal and Mog Squad. Sent packing Cappuccino Jones, Marcus Mathers, and Sam Holloway. Cool for all of that is my thoughts. Lily D's getting a few wins. Harlan Lewis going on to get a title shot. That's cool. I like the doing something with Kale Dixon. It's Gals who keeps losing, and then Mogswell getting a win. Cool. I'm going to give Evolve a thumbs up. Anything to add, Evolve? Do you watch it or no?
I watched it one time and haven't watched it since.
Fair enough. So we'll take a quick little break here, play a couple of ads, and then I've got one final segment to do, and then I'm going to have to go and try and get my phone fixed. Hopefully the store is still open and they can do something with it. I bet they recommend it's a brand new phone, but so let me play these first. I'll play this again. Are you right? That's Markcus' channel right there. Go and check it out. And also check this out. That is right. Like, subscribe if you haven't already. Just 5 away from 5:30. So that's good news for me. But one final segment to do, and that is Wrestling Days Out. So the latest show I went to was very quickly. Sure. Yes, it is. At some point. There it is. So Pinfall Wrestling Try Again. The show itself was decent. So go and check out my vlog for it, guys. But the turnout, the worst I've ever seen. 20 people. Horrendous. That's the worst I've ever seen at any wrestling event I've been to. 20 people in the crowd. The show itself was okay. Travel there and back was fine. Nice cheap drinks. Had a hot dog that was nice. And I'll say a half thumbs up on my rating for it. But yeah. So like I said, I'm going to try and get my phone fixed now once that comes off. So thank you to Markcus for joining me. And you want to quickly tell people when your next videos are going to be out?
Probably today. I picked up something new from the market. I'm gonna try it. It's similar to something I just did recently. Once again, Ricky has been pushing the channel. If you guys can check out my channel, leave a review. I mean, listen, there's a bag of Doritos that can help you get the gains. You see that? There's a bag of Doritos, 10 grams per serving. So hey, I'm just saying, Doritos trying to make y'all healthy out here. you know, and then there's other things I gotta do. There's a cheesesteak place not that far away, as y'all know. I love doing cheesesteaks, but they got other foods there, so I might do that. I might start doing restaurant reviews to places that I like to go to and places that I've been wanting to explore. So just keep on the lookout. Remember, have the bell for notifications. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
And wish me luck of going at my phone fitness, guys. I know. You don't need to tell me what a stupid baby idiot I am. I get it. I should control my anger, but it is what it is. So yeah, once again, thank you for joining me, Marcus. Do share, like, subscribe, and always remember, it is Ricky J bringing the Biddy Bites to the fight.